Read 180 online with Mrs. Pagan. To go through this slideshow, you may need to click on the forward or back arrows located in the lower left corner of the screen. When deciding what to include in our online course, we really had to think about what is the most important thing to get out of Read 180. And that, of course, is that you become a stronger reader. So how do you become a stronger reader? Well, it takes practice. And you can't get better if you don't read. So that's going to be the main part of our online course. The other part of our class is lessons and student app that'll work on reading strategies and skills to help you become a better reader. We'll spend less time on those, but they're still important. So what will Read 180 look like online? Well, I wanted to keep the class short because I know you have a lot of things, other classes that you're working on. So it will be about 35 minutes a day. And probably the best way to split it up will be on Monday, spend 30 minutes reading your book and then a couple minutes writing in your reading log. On Tuesdays, you will watch a 10 to 15 minute recorded lesson with some involved work. Plus, you're going to spend 20 minutes on your student app. Wednesdays, we'll go back to 30 minutes of reading and entering into our reading log on OneNote. Thursday, we'll have our second lesson of the week, plus 20 more minutes on the student app. And on Friday, you'll have your last 30 minutes of reading your book and 2 to 3 minutes of recording in your reading log. All your work for the week, including your 3 entries in your reading log, your student app time, and your lesson work will be due by 5 p.m. on Friday. That gives you a little bit of flexibility to complete it when you can, as long as it's done by Friday. And I will be checking that you are completing 40 minutes of student app time in HMH. So which programs will we be using? Well, we're going to keep our reading logs where they were before in OneNote. However, I did create a new tab for them, and I will give you a new one to complete each week. You're going to continue to read your ebooks on the HMH Central site. If you had a hard copy of a book, I'm going to work with you directly and get you an e-copy so you can continue reading that book. And everyone needs to continue to do their quick writes and their graphic organizers in HMH. The student app will still be in the Read 180 app. Sometimes if you're having issues, remember just try logging in through that web browser, and I do have a link on our Schoology site for the web browser location. And finally, any lesson materials will be available in Schoology. If you look in OneNote, you'll see that I've created a new tab for weekly reading logs. Each week, I'll have a new reading log out there for you to complete. You'll also have to complete the section that says book I'm reading. Please go out and do that right away before our first reading even starts on Wednesday this week. To access lessons online, you're going to go into Schoology. When you go and find our class, you'll see all of the materials for quarter 4 are now in their own folder. Quarter 4, I have broken it down by week, and when we open up the week, you'll see any extra materials plus the lessons for that week. Don't forget, your reading log will be in OneNote, and your student app will remain on the Read 180 website. If you're wondering when you can talk to me or how you can talk to any of your teachers, we're all keeping 2 hours of live office hours. My live office hours for now are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You're thinking that's too early for you, don't worry. You can still get a hold of me. Every afternoon I'll be available by appointment. So just let me know if you want a meeting online. And of course, you can always email me through Office or through Schoology anytime. Even if you're one of these people that likes to work in the middle of the night, I'll get your email and reply to you the next day. You might be wondering if you're having problems finding your book or accessing your book, what to do. If you can't access it through the HMH site, let me know and we'll figure something out. Send me a message. And also with online learning, you might be wondering if you can work ahead. So I still need to see 3 reading log entries each week by Friday. But if you're on a roll one day and you read 60 minutes at one time, you can enter that in as 2 reading log entries. And that's okay because they each are supposed to be 30 minutes. You can spend as much time on the student app as you want, but you do need to spend a minimum of 40 minutes each week. I recommend splitting that out between 2 days, 2 20-minute sessions. And if I have recorded lessons out there, you can go ahead and work on them. I am not typically one to get them done ahead of time, but if I do, you can go for it. Now, what's our next steps? This week, Monday or Tuesday, we're just making sure that everything is working right and that we're ready to go. So I need you to log in and make sure you can access your book on HMH Central, or if you have a hard copy, I'll be talking to you separately and making sure we have a copy available to you online. And I need you to make sure you can log into the Read 180 student app from home. Then I would like for you to submit a response to me on Schoology called the Ready to Go survey. So you can find that in our Schoology folder for this week. That's all you have to do on Monday or Tuesday. On Wednesday, we start our learning schedule. So Wednesday is our first day where I have required reading time, 30 minutes. If you want to get a head start and do that before then, feel free to start now. Okay, some things to remember and some advice for you as you start this new venture of online learning. First of all, your attendance is based on you actually doing work each week. So if you're not doing any work, then you are not going to get attendance. We actually are keeping track of attendance, but since we don't have any meetings, your attendance is based on you doing the work. Secondly, online learning requires you to be disciplined and responsible with your time. You no longer have a teacher or a para standing over your shoulder making sure you're getting your work done. You have to do it on your own. And so you need to be responsible. You do have some flexibility of doing it when you want to do it, but you still need to make sure you get it done. So that's why the third bullet, get your schoolwork done first, then you'll have the rest of your day to spend on fun things like TikTok. So set aside time each day to work on schoolwork. Maybe it's first thing in the morning, or if you're not a morning person, maybe you want to do it right after lunch. But make sure you take some time every day to work on that so that by the time it's evening and you no longer feel like working on schoolwork, you can do fun things. Finally, your teachers want you to be successful. So if you have any questions or problems, please let us know so we can help you. We're not able to see you face to face, so we're really relying on you contacting us if you have issues. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.